清潔工
Sanitation Worker.
Sanitation Worker.
垃圾車
Garbage Truck.
Garbage Truck.
說服
Convince.
Convince.
搖擺州
Battleground State.
Battleground State.
口誤
Verbal Gaffe.
Verbal Gaffe.
譴責
Condemn.
Condemn.
集會
Rally.
Rally.
喜劇演員
Comedian.
Comedian.
盟友
Allies.
Allies.
候選人
Nominee.
Nominee.
承諾
Pledge.
Pledge.
關鍵州
Swing State.
Swing State.
支持者
Supporters.
Supporters.
避免
Eschew.
Eschew.
反光背心
Reflective Vest.
Reflective Vest.
掌聲
Applause.
Applause.
仇恨言論
Hateful Rhetoric.
Hateful Rhetoric.
溫和共和黨人
Moderate Republicans.
Moderate Republicans.
無黨派人士
Independents.
Independents.
四分衛
Quarterback.
Quarterback.
批評
Criticism.
Criticism.
政治噱頭
Political Stunt.
Political Stunt.
停機坪
Tarmac.
Tarmac.
陡峭的樓梯
Steep Steps.
Steep Steps.
道歉
Apologize.
Apologize.
斷言
Assertion.
Assertion.
假新聞
Fake News.
Fake news.
駕駛室
Cab of a vehicle.
Cab of a vehicle.
腎上腺素
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
澄清
Clarified.
Clarified.
共和黨
GOP.
GOP.
漂浮島
Floating Island.
Floating Island.
拉丁裔選民
Latino Voters.
Latino Voters.
譴責
Condemnation.
Condemnation.
支持
Endorsement.
Endorsement.
評論
Remark.
Remark.
觀眾
Audience.
Audience.
劇場效果
Theatrics.
不
Theatrics.
真誠
Insincere.
Insincere.
妖魔化
Demonization.
Demonization.
無良
Inconscionable.
Inconscionable.
貶低
Denigrating.
Denigrating.
調侃
Quip.
Quip.
大規模兇手
Mass murderers.
Mass murderers.
支持
Endorsed.
Endorsed.
講述
Recounted.
Recounted.
選舉活動
Campaign.
Campaign.
抓住
Seized on.
Seized on.
參議員
Senator.
Senator.
罷免
Unseat.
Unseat.
大型集會
Massive rally.
Massive rally.
對手
Opponents.
Opponents.
煽動
Incited.
Incited.
提供攻擊點
Gift. A line of attack.
Gift. A line of attack.
人口群體
Demographic.
Demographic.
噱頭
Stunt.
Stunt.
溫和派
Moderates.
Moderates.
擠滿
Packed.
Packed.
特朗普星期三喺搖擺州威斯康辛州着成清潔工，仲一度坐上垃圾車嘅司機位，想令選民相信民主黨覺得投佢票嘅人係垃圾。
Dressing like a sanitation worker and, at one point, appearing in the cab of a garbage truck, Donald Trump sought to convince voters in Battleground State, Wisconsin on Wednesday that Democrats believe those who vote for him are garbage.
呢場戲劇式嘅表演係回應拜登前一晚嘅口誤。特朗普話拜登係針對一位喺紐約麥迪遜廣場花園嘅大集會上發表種族歧視言論嘅笑聲。
The Theatrics came in response to an apparent verbal gaffe made by Joe Biden the night before, which the president said was intended to condemn a comedian over his racist remarks at a massive rally Trump staged at New York City's Madison Square Garden over the weekend.
不過特朗普同佢嘅盟友利用拜登嘅言論話，民主黨候選人賀錦麗並唔真心想做一個為全美國服務嘅總統，甚至對啲唔投佢票嘅人都唔真誠。
But Trump and his allies have seized on Biden's words to argue Democratic nominee Kamala Harris is insincere in her pledge to be a president for all Americans, even those who do not vote for her.
去到搖擺州裏共和黨支持度較高嘅格林灣市，特朗普一改平時嘅西裝外套，着住反光橙色背心，喺一個擠滿紅帽子支持者嘅場館度發表演講，強調佢嘅觀點。
In a visit to the city of Green Bay, which sits in a Republican-leaning region of a swing state that polls show is anyone's to win, Trump hammered the point home by eschewing his normal suit jacket and donning a reflective orange vest for a speech to an arena packed with his red-hatted supporters.
特朗普開始佢差唔多90分鐘嘅演講時話，我首先要講2.5億美國人唔係垃圾。
I have to begin by saying 250 million Americans are not garbage, Trump said at the start of his nearly 90-minute speech.
佢冇具體解釋點樣計出2.5億呢個數字，但好似係美國人口總數減返2020年投拜登嘅人。
He did not specify how he arrived at the 250 million number, but it appears to be the approximate entire population of the United States, minus those who voted for Biden in 2020.
呢個星期，賀錦麗將佢嘅政治對手比作歷史上最邪惡嘅大屠殺者，而家昨晚喺佢嘅競選通話中，壞蛋拜登終於講出佢同賀錦麗對我哋支持者嘅真正諗法。佢話佢哋係垃圾。冇可能。
This week, Kamala has been comparing her political opponents to the most evil mass murderers in history, and now, speaking on a call for her campaign last night, crooked Joe Biden finally said what he and Kamala really think of our supporters. He called them garbage. No way.
先前少將東尼興奇利夫喺星期日麥迪遜廣場花園集會上話波多黎各係海中浮緊嘅垃圾島，幫賀錦麗爭取拉丁裔選民嘅努力先啱啱有起色。拜登嘅口誤係佢差唔多4年任內其中一次失言，可能令賀錦麗嘅競選更複雜。
Biden's gaffe, one of many he has made in his nearly 4 years in office, threatens to complicate Harris's campaign, after her effort to win over Latino voters was reinvigorated by comedian Tony Hinchcliffe's comment at Sunday's Madison Square Garden rally that the U.S. territory of Puerto Rico is a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean.
波多黎各明星 Bad Bunny 同 Ricky Martin 已經宣布支持賀錦麗，而星期三，另一位同波多黎各有淵源嘅雷鬼歌手 Nicky Jam 引用呢段言論，撤回對特朗普嘅支持。
Puerto Rican stars Bad Bunny and Ricky Martin have since announced their support for Harris, and on Wednesday, reggaeton singer Nicky Jam, who also has ties to the island, cited the remarks in withdrawing his endorsement of Trump.
不過拜登似乎係送咗新嘅攻擊武器俾共和黨。佢喺星期二晚上同一個拉丁裔選民組織嘅 Zoom 通話上講，我唯一見到漂浮喺外邊嘅垃圾係佢嘅支持者嘅。佢對拉丁裔嘅妖魔化係冇良心，亦唔美國式。
Biden nonetheless appeared to gift the GOP a new line of attack, when he said on a Tuesday evening Zoom call with a Latino Voters organization, "The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable, and it's un-American."
之後總統澄清佢嘅意思係批評喺麥迪遜廣場花園上對拉丁裔嘅仇恨言論，但特朗普競選團隊堅持話拜登係喺貶低支持前總統嘅人。
The president later clarified that he meant to criticize the hateful rhetoric against Latinos seen at Madison Square Garden, but the Trump campaign insisted Biden was denigrating to people who voted for the former president.
賀錦麗星期三早啲時候為呢件事辯護，對記者講，我強烈反對基於投邊個而批評人。
Harris played defense earlier on Wednesday, telling reporters, "I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they voted for."
副總統最近注重接觸溫和派共和黨人同無黨派人士，仲同啲同特朗普決裂嘅共和黨人一齊競選。
The vice president has lately prioritized reaching out to moderate Republicans and independents, and campaigned alongside Republicans who have broken with Trump.
但喺格林灣嘅集會，係特朗普當日北卡州停留之後嘅第二場露面，拜登嘅言論成為所有人都想講嘅話題。
But at the Green Bay rally, Trump's second appearance of the day after a stop in North Carolina, Biden's words were all anyone wanted to talk about.
前綠灣包裝工隊 NFL 4分衛布雷特法夫喺集會上現身，獲得全場熱烈掌聲。佢話：我可以向你保證，我哋唔係垃圾。你憑咩話呢啲話？
I can assure you, we're not garbage. How dare you say that? Said Brett Favre, the former quarterback for the Green Bay Packers NFL team who drew huge applause when he appeared at the rally.
望出去，我見到警察、老師、護士、祖父母、學生。 我見到每日令呢個國家偉大嘅美國人。
Looking out, I see police officers, teachers, nurses, grandparents, students. I see everyday Americans that make this country great.
威斯康辛州共和黨參議員朗莊遜，經歷多次民主黨想趕佢下台提升國會上院席位數嘅努力後講，佢話你哋係垃圾，但講真，呢唔係民主黨領袖第一次話佢哋點睇一半美國人。
Wisconsin's Republican Senator Ron Johnson, who has survived repeated efforts by Democrats to unseat him and boost their numbers in Congress's upper chamber, said, "He called you garbage. But, let's face it, that's not the first time the Democratic leaders have told half of Americans what they thought about them."
佢比喻成希拉里克林頓2016年大選失利之前嘅一句話，話特朗普支持者有一半係一男嘅可悲人。
He likened it to Hillary Clinton's quip shortly before her defeat in the 2016 election that half of Trump's supporters belonged in a basket of deplorables.
雖然佢早前喺北卡州嘅集會上譴責咗拜登嘅垃圾言論，但喺格林灣，特朗普決定做個政治噱頭，着住橙色背心從私人飛機上落，跳上旁邊寫住藍色特朗普字嘅垃圾車司機位。
While he had condemned Biden over the garbage comment at a rally in North Carolina earlier in the day, Trump opted for something of a political stunt in Green Bay, stepping off his private plane wearing the orange vest and jumping into the cab of a waiting garbage truck that had the words, "Trump," written in blue lettering on its side.
當晚喺場館裏，呢位78歲老人家講返佢擔心行唔上垃圾車個高樓梯，話如果佢跌親，會俾停機坪上啲假新聞記錄。
In the arena later that evening, the 78-year-old recounted that he worried about being able to make it up the steep steps into the truck, and that, if he fell, it would be captured by all the fake news that was waiting on the tarmac.
佢同人群講，第一個樓梯高過咁上下，我心諗，糟了。
The first stairs like, up here, and I'm saying, shit, he told the crowd.
所以我腎上腺素分泌，加把勁，終於上到去。
So I had the adrenaline going, and I made it.
但當佢坐喺垃圾車司機位接受問題時，佢拒絕就興奇利夫對波多黎各嘅評論道歉，反而重申佢唔識呢位笑星，唔知佢點解會被邀去麥迪遜廣場花園。
But as he took questions while sitting in the truck's cab, he refused to apologize for Hinchcliffe's comments about Puerto Rico, instead repeating his assertion that he did not know who the comedian was or how he got booked for Madison Square Garden.
特朗普話：我對呢位笑星完全唔知，唔識佢，冇見過佢。佢係笑星，我可以講啲咩？我唔知佢點解會喺度。
I don't know anything about the comedian. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him, Trump said. He's a comedian, what can I tell you? I know nothing about him. I don't know why he's there.
記得讚好同埋訂閱呢個頻道。
Please like and subscribe this channel.